Do you want the sharpest lawn edges in town? Well, we're going to show you 3 different ways to get there. Howdy, partner. My name is Mr. Greg, and today we're going to show you how to properly edge your lawn so you get the sharpest edges on all your sidewalks and plant beds and everywhere else in town. And we're going to show you 3 different options for how to do it. So hopefully you have one of these tools, and if you don't, you can get the pros and cons of each different way of doing it and check it out for yourself. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll start off with our option number 1, which is going to be the Worx Weed Eater Trimmer. Check it out. All right, so this Worx tool is battery operated tool. It's both a conventional weed eater as well as an edger. So it's pretty neat. Had this for a few years, not sponsored by them, but I like this tool. Now it doesn't have a ton of power, and it's not for really strong brush, but if you have just a little bit of grass and existing line, it does a really clean job. So you just kind of want to line it up, and you're right along your driveway or sidewalk. And you can check out both sides of this cut, but it's going to make sure, you might have to go twice, but you're just going to make sure that you have enough line out and you get a nice clean cut. So let's blow this off and see how it did. So this tool, this Worx I just used, it has this just normal string trimmer that comes around if you couldn't see it, just the one side. And as you can see, it does a nice clean line in the grass, and very good. So let's go on over and let's jump over to the next one, which is a walk behind edger with a steel blade. Our next option is a walk behind gas edger that has a steel blade. And this one is a lot more power and it's a lot quicker, but it's not necessarily as sharp as any sort of string trimmers. They sell steel bladed trimmers that you can put on the edge of a weed eater, or they have battery or electric or power or gas. It doesn't matter, but you're gonna do the same type thing. You're gonna line up your blade with the edge of the grass, and I like to tilt it just a little bit, maybe like, you know, a couple degrees, just so you kind of slice on a slant. And we'll go on down and show you this. It'll be a little loud, so let's get it running and then we'll show you. So you see, this one does a really good job, even with strong, heavy, thick grass, but it's not quite as fine of a cut as the other one is. So this one will really get into that thick, hard grass without a problem. All right, so you see, this way is super easy, and it does a really nice cut. It may not be quite as sharp as I said, in terms of, you know, compared to a string trimmer, but it does a nice deep cut, cuts through weeds and grass and everything strong, and it's really easy to just kind of walk behind and knock it out. So this is a nice, easy, quick option. Your last option is a conventional weed eater, and what you do is you can invert this to use a blade guard and go along and use this to get a nice edge. Now this takes a lot of practice. A lot of the pros will do it this way and they do a nice job, but for your average homeowner who's not mowing grass that much, I would not recommend this option. You save a little money if you already have the tool, but it doesn't do a great job. It takes a little bit of skill. But we'll show you how it works anyways. Again, it's going to be loud, so let me go ahead and get started. So that got the job done. If you look at it, it's a little bit of a jagged line, mainly because I'm not a pro, just your average homeowner doing this edging job. So will this type of thing work? It'll work in a pinch, but I'd highly recommend one of the other options. So we are going to take both that Worx string trimmer that's made for edging, as well as the power edger with the metal blade, and we're going to show you a time lapse of doing the whole sidewalk back and forth. Check it out. All right, well, I promise you the sharpest lines in town. And if you look over here, this one we did with the string tool, like we showed you on time lapse, and then this one here we did with the metal edging tool. They both did a really fantastic job. It's like the icing at the end of the cake. It makes the yard really look great when you're all done. So a couple tips is, if you're gonna use these stringer tools, just take your time and really do a nice line, and it helps to do this regularly and consistently every time you do the yard so that it doesn't have to cut through anything too strong, because it doesn't quite have quite as much power as a big gas with the steel blade. Gas steel blade, it'll run, you'll have to replace the blade about once a season, but it'll cut through. Not exactly as sharp of a line, I don't think, as a string, but definitely easier, quicker, and faster. So which one you want's up to you. Go ahead and price them out. This one's super easy, kind of idiot proof. Like I said, you kind of lean a little bit. I like to do that, get you a better cut. This one, you can use it for a lot of different things. So hope this was helpful. Any questions, put them in the comment box. We'll be sure to get right back to you. We have a lot of different yard videos as well as home maintenance and how-to guides. So again, hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, with all these projects, if I can do it, you can too. Thanks for watching.